we're going to see another solution in front of us that kind of helps us understand why we weren't able to factor using our normal brains. So let's solve this using the quadratic formula. First thing I'm going to do is write it in standard form. So my A equals 3, B equals 4, C equals 2. Plug that in. X equals minus B plus or minus B squared, which is a 16, minus a 4AC. 4 times A is 12. 12 times C is 24. All over a 2 times A is 6. X equals minus 4 plus or minus a negative 8. All over is 6. You can kind of see a problem that's happening right now. I have a negative inside of its radical, so I need to deal with that. And so let's write that out. X equals minus 4 plus or minus. That's a negative, that's a 2 times the square root of 4 times a negative 1. All over a 2, or all over a 6. X equals minus 4 plus or minus root 4 is a 2. Negative, square root of negative 1 is an I. Left with the root 2. All over a 6. And it looks like I have 2's in common everywhere, so I can factor out a 2. And then I can reduce 2 6 down to 1/3. So my final solution is minus 2 plus or minus I, minus 2 plus or minus I root 2 all over 3. Yep. And there's my two solutions. And you can see my two solutions have imaginary solutions involved. So therefore, factoring at the beginning would have been very difficult to do. So fortunately, we learned how to complete the square. And from completing the square, we learned how to use this quadratic formula.